Good evening and welcome to the February 13th Committee of the Whole meeting. Members of the public have been provided with the following methods to watch and/or participate in this open meeting this evening. First off, attend the township office located at 2958 Greenfield Road, Dumfries. Or secondly, you can watch the live stream by accessing the meeting on the township's YouTube page. Third, attend electronically to observe the meeting or to speak to an item on the agenda. To attend electronically, members of the public were requested to register with the Clerk's Division in advance. And finally, submit written comments to the Clerk's Division that have been provided to the Mayor and Council prior to the meeting and will form part of the public record. I'd now like to call the meeting order, and can I have approval of the agenda, please? Councilor Tilley.
Moved by myself, seconded by Council Roman, that Council adopt the February 13th, 2023 Committee of the Whole agenda as presented following events. 1, add item 10.2 CLK report number 07-23, proposed amendments to the 2023 Council schedule. Number 2, revise item 10.2 CLK report number 07-2023, proposed amendments to the 2023 Council meeting schedule include an additional in-camera report to address a trade secret for scientific, technical, commercial, financial, or labor relations information supplied and competence to municipality or local board, which if disclosed could reasonably be expected to prejudice significantly the competitive position or interfere significantly with the contractual or other negotiations of a person, group of persons, or organization, and a position, plan, procedure, criteria, or instruction to be applied to any negotiations carried on or to be carried on by or on behalf of the municipality or local board.
All those in favor? Thank you. That's carried. I'd like to now do the Indigenous Territory acknowledgement. We acknowledge that the land on which we gather today is the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and the Metis people. We acknowledge the enduring presence of the Indigenous people with whom we share this land today, their achievements and their contributions to our community. We offer this acknowledgement as an act of reconciliation between Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples of Canada. I'd like to now pause and reflect on what has happened in the past, how we're moving forward with our Indigenous friends for a better and stronger Canada. Thank you. Is there any disclosure between area interest or general nature thereof? Seeing none. Seeing none, we will now go into the Committee of the Whole. Adjourn and go to the Committee of the Whole. May I have the motion, please?
Moved by myself, seconded by Council Osler, that Council adjourn to discuss a Committee of the Whole.
All those in favor? Carrie, thank you. The first, we're in the finance function area. Would any member of the public like to discuss the financial report? Seeing none, can I have the motion, please?
Moved by myself, second by Councilor Williams, that the Committee of the Whole recommend the following item be approved as presented as outlined in the staff reports listed in the finance function area. 6.1 report FIN number 03-2023 budget. 1, that FIN report number 03-2023 be received and that the 2023 budget be approved, and that bylaw number 3387-23 being a bylaw to approve the Township of North Dumfries 2023 budget with a tax levy of $6,990 or $6,994,080 plus $110,415 for the special or the air special area levy be presented for first, second, and third reading at the February 13th, 2023 meeting, and that the 2023 municipal tax rates be approved following the Region of Waterloo Council adoption of the 2023 tax ratio policy.
All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Next, we have the governmental services functions. Any members of the township wish to ask any questions or comment on this one? Douglas, did you want to speak on this? Okay, your turn. You're up. You're on to great.
As always. If I may try to just take a few responses. I'm here on behalf of a company that's applied the township to amend the bylaw. I'm here in support of the staff report, which is recommending that this application be advanced. What I want to say to each of you is this request conforms to provincial, regional, and township official plan and public policies. One of the things we should look at is it's not only the efficient use of the infrastructure, but we're fully aware that protection for agricultural is also a very important part. So we should look at all of those parcels of land that can support, from a land use perspective, future housing. I wish to advise the report that does outline this request was reviewed and supported by the township heritage. The point up where the access is and the connections to the infrastructure all was approved and constructed as part of the improvements to the streets. What's being proposed is a change, but it is consistent with the changes that this council has seen and has recommended, seen constructed. What is being proposed are 41 units, or you could look at it, 41 new families now will have a home here in this township. That's being provided by 20 back and 21 stacked townhouses. What's important is in the proposal, there are 14 one-bedroom apartments that will be a part of the housing perspective that sometimes isn't. There are 27 two-bedroom apartments being proposed for a total of 41. I've been in front of you many times, and I could not ignore that one issue that always comes up. We'll all guess it's parking. There are 81 parking spaces being provided. We commend staff who sat down with us to look towards how do we supply residential and meet parking. What is the next step? Well, hopefully with your support and then council passing the amendment, the next step is to go to site plan and a plan of condominium, and then construction, and then 41 families will be here. That's my presentation.
Thank you, Douglas. Councilors, do you have any questions? Douglas, Councilor Rossman.
My only concern that and it's being raised up by members of the public as well, It'd be nice if they could rearrange. I don't like that 4 stories, is it 4 stories or 3 stories? Right on Northumberland Street, right in front of the sidewalk. I don't think it bodes well for our main road coming in. I think that if it could be arranged, like turned around a little bit, that it would be nice if that 4-story was back and then the stacked townhomes were maybe over to the northern side. And so you'd have kind of like parkland and parking lot facing the street with the units more at the back. I think that would be a much more pleasant design for Northumberland Street. That's the only comment.
Thank you, Councillor Austin. Suggestion, just wanted to state we had traffic calming in the region last week, the discussion where they said if you put them right up to the sidewalk, it actually makes the road feel narrower and it slows traffic down. And that's just, okay, so thank you, Douglas. Is there any comments? Councillor Moore? Okay, thank you, Douglas. Can I have a motion, please, Councillor Osmond?
Oh, if I may, Mayor Foxton, Councillor Rowland's asked me to read the motion for him.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, that's fine.
Moved by Councillor Rowland and seconded by Councillor Osner. The Committee of the Whole recommend the following item be approved as presented as outlined in the staff reports listed in the Development Services Function Area. 7.1 PD Report 02-2023 Proposed Zoning Bylaw Amendment 197 to 211 Northumberland Street Air, file number ZC-05-21. That PD Report number 02-2023 be received, and that bylaw number 3386-23 being a bylaw to further amend general zoning bylaw 689-83 to facilitate the redevelopment of 197-211 Northumberland Street, Lot 1 and part of Lot 2, Registered Plan 550, for a future condominium development with 41 townhouse dwelling units be enacted, and that in accordance with Section 34, subsection 17 of the Planning Act, Council does not believe that further notice or the convening of an additional public hearing is required.
All those in favor? Councillor Osmond? Thank you. That's good. Next, we have community services. Any questions, councillors? Councillor Tilly.
Request that we could discuss this.
And you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I did have a quick conversation with Karen prior to this meeting, so I'm really surprised, but not enough of a surprise. So I had a quick conversation with numerous residents of Brampton Village in regards to the proposed design and structure. And there was a couple, yeah, that's great, that's nice to be new. But the majority of the people were sad to see the structure where kids could jump and play and climb, more like the monkey bars. There's a bit of a monkey bars. I'm looking right at Karen's full presentation right now, so I have that advantage right now. So I'm just, I know that moving on this would help to get things started, but I believe just based on the feedback that I had from the dozen residents that I had a conversation today, that I think the overall result would be a negative response to what is potentially designed right now. And unfortunately, I would like to see if we can possibly postpone and maybe get some more feedback or input for potential options. What would be in the budget to complete what the residents are looking for the age range. So this is perfect for the younger kids, this design, but the 10, 11, 12-year-olds that are currently using it would miss the structure that they get. So, and we don't want those people getting bored in our village and doing stuff other than playing in the park. So that's another concern of mine.
Ms. Winters?
Through you, Madam Mayor, to Councillor, we did have that conversation. The play structure that you currently have is end of life. So as I mentioned, it's for health and safety reasons, we have to replace it. This new design meets some of the AOGA, the accessibility codes that we try and focus on when we present to the Grand River Accessibility Committee. So that's kind of some of the things that we look at. We have 2 slides currently in your play structure. You have the monkey bars, some ground features. So we can certainly go back and have another look at it and try and, if you could provide me some of your comments that you've received. I don't know that we'll ever get it perfectly right. So, but if that's council's wish, I can go back to the drawing board. I do hesitate to take it too long, though, or we're gonna miss that timeline to get it in this year, so.
Councillor Tilly.
So my response back to the speakers is that I would absolutely jump on this right away. So I have no problem bringing this, even having maybe a small town hall meeting with the residents quickly to get a response, and not unanimous. I'm not looking, and I don't think anybody's looking for everybody. It's just based on what my feedback was, that if that's an option, I think that's what the residents are looking for.
Okay, so from what I hear, CEO McNeely.
So Madam Mayor, through the Councilor Tilly, if you're gonna be posting a neighborhood information, you see it occurring in the next week, 10 days. Normally, recommendation taken by committee today, if it's advanced, would be a recommendation bring to the council, and that would be at the next meeting on the 27th. Do you see having that discussion with constituents in the next few days, where potentially if this was set aside and brought back on the 27th, that's, or do you see March 13th, which would be the next meeting following regular council?
I would definitely say it would depend on our ability to work together. I can make myself available, and I can, but meeting with people, I have enough contact with at least 150 of the residents of Bridgeton, so I can bring something together very quickly. And even if it's virtual, I can do a poll, so I can do something fairly quickly. It's just, again, whether or not it's putting too much pressure on the director to do it required.
So maybe if we leave it this way, then council's wish, table it, defer this singular report. And if we're able to bring something in a meeting from there forward, it would be the 27th. If for one reason or another the schedule doesn't align, then it would be part of the 13th.
May I suggest, okay, Councillor Austin,
Just a quick question, when the report does come back on the 27th, can we have a picture of the structure that's currently there? Just to see what Councilor Tilly's talking about when it comes to age groups and design of the play structure.
Yeah, Councillor
And
Tilly,
it's just come in, people.
While they're looking at that, CEO McNeely, could we pass this motion stating that staff be authorized to contract for design, supply, and install of a play structure in Branching Park located at 30 Mayor Street, and then eliminate the next 2 sentences and state as long as it's within budget?
Sorry.
So the only concern I have is not knowing what these expectations are. May or may not then necessarily align budget. So that's why I'm suggesting.
And that's what I'm getting at. It's not within budget, it comes back. But most things that align with budget.
We'll have to come back to council regardless. We need authority to enter into some sort of agreement with Park and Play as the contract. So my preference would be just to defer this, and if we're able to come back on the 27th of February, the council's got that information and time constraints, it's not practical. Then
Is it Park and Play? Because the motion says Park and Water. I never heard of Park and Water. Is it Park and Water?
Play, it is Park and Water.
Okay. Councillor Tilly.
Thank you. Councillor Osner just asked the question that, and then the response hasn't come through, and we better come, would be about whether or not we could do any small repairs to keep this structure in play for any period of time. Like that's, does it have to?
Through the mayor to you both. We did assess it. We had our playground inspector out there and we just feel that at this rate, it is end of life. There, we could repair, but it's just gonna be a Band-Aid. And then we're gonna be having the same conversation next year, trying to get it replaced. And it is in the capital this year, so I do agree some features of it are in good condition, but the supports and the landing parts, they're all peeling, they're rusting. Fingers are gonna get cut, and feet are gonna get cut, so it's time to replace it.
So Councillor Tilly, do you have the motion, please?
I do have a motion, but it is a motion that we're gonna.
Yes, you're going to be that motion.
Moved by myself, second by Councillor Roman, that the committee of the whole recommend the following item be approved.
Yeah, carry on, please.
Okay, thank you. As presented in the outline in the staff reports listed in the community service function area. 8.1 REC report number 03/2023, request to purchase, design, supply, install play structure replacement at Bridge Park, 30 Mary Street. Number 1, that REC report number 03/2023 be received. Number 2, that then the staff be authorized to contract for this design, supply, and install the play structure at Bridge Park located at 30 Mary Street, purchased through Sourcewell/LAS, the Municipal Buying Group program at BCI Burton Park and Water Incorporated in the amount of $54,119.69 plus HST. And number 3, that the mayor would be advised to execute the necessary documents to facilitate the completion of this project.
All those wishing to defer? That's deferred. Thank you. Next, we have governance and protective services. Would anybody like to pull any of the reports? Seeing none, can I have the motion, please?
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Tilly, that the committee of the whole recommend the following items be approved as presented as outlined in the staff reports listed in the governance and protective services function area. 9.1 MD report number 02/2023. Fire Department Incident Response Summary, January 2023. That FD report 02/2023 received for purposes of information. 9.2 CLK report number 07/2023. Proposed amendments to the 2023 council meeting schedule. 1, that CLK report 07/2023 be received. 2, and that council amend the 2023 council meeting schedule by adding 2 additional council closed session business items on Tuesday, February 21st at 6:00 PM to address. First, a solicitor client privileged item, and 2, a trade secret or scientific, technical, commercial, financial, or labor relations information supplied in confidence to the municipality or local board, which if disclosed could reasonably be expected to prejudice significantly the competitive position or interfere significantly with the contractual or other negotiations of a person, group of persons, or organization and position, plan, procedure, criteria, or restriction to be applied to any negotiations carried on or to be carried on by or on behalf of the municipality or.
All those in favor? Well done with reading these tonight. That's carried. Now the agenda of committee of the whole, please, Councillor Watson.
Moved by myself, second by Councillor Williams, that the committee of whole is hereby adjourned and the council meeting be called back to order.
All those in favor? Carried, thank you. And we did the last one. We're changing the Mary Street.
Oh, that one's not coming forward for approval tonight.
So can I have the adoption of resolutions, please? Councillor Tilly? Is it? Yes.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Roman, that council adopt the recommendations as adopted, presented by committee of the whole dated February 13, 2023. Number one, FIN report number 03-2023 budget. Number one, that FIN report number 030-2023 be received. Number two, and that the 2023 budget be approved. Number three, and that bylaw number 3383-23, being a bylaw to approve the township of North Dumfries 2023 budget. Tax levy is $6,994,080 plus $110,450 for the air special area levy to be presented for first, second, and third reading at February 13, 2023 meeting. Number four, and that the 2023 municipal tax rate be approved following the Region of Waterloo's council adoption of the 2023 tax ratio policy. Number two, as well, CLK report number 07-2023 proposed amendments to the 2023 council meeting schedule. Number one, that CLK report 07-2023 be received. Number two, and that council amend the 23 meeting schedule by adding two additional council closed session meeting business items on Tuesday, February 21st at 6 p.m. to address number one, a solicit client privilege item, and number two, a trade secret to scientific, technical, commercial, financial, labor relations information supply and confidence in the municipality or labor, the local board, which is disclosed but reasonably or be expected to prejudice significantly the competitive position or interfere significantly with contractual or the other negotiations of a person, group of persons, or group of persons, or an organization and a position, plan, procedure, criteria, or instruction to be applied to any negotiations carried on or to be carried on by or on behalf of the municipality or local.
Thank you. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. And can I have first and second reading of bylaws? You and Councilor Roman, yeah? Thank you.
I am, yes. Moved by Councillor Rowland and seconded by Councillor Osner, that the following bylaw be given first and second reading. One, bylaw number 3387-23, being a bylaw to adopt the 2023 budget for the Township of North Dumfries.
All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. And can I have third reading of the bylaw, please?
Moved by myself, seconded by Councilor Tilly, that the following bylaw be taken as read a third time and finally passed. Bylaw number 3387-23, being the bylaw to adopt the 2023 budget for the Township of North Dumfries.
All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Nothing enclosed. Business license proposed confirmation of the bylaws, please. And that's Councilor Austin.
Move by myself, second by Councilor Rowland, that bylaw number 3388-23 being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of committee of the whole on February 13, 2023 be read a first, second, third time and be finally passed, signed and sealed by the mayor and clerk.
All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Before I bring a motion to adjourn, I just wanted to highlight something that without being told was done. Councilor Austin and I went to the region years back, stating we wanted an advanced screen at North Dumfries and Cedar Creek because the traffic was backing up for quite a ways. Now we do have a new individual that's the head of roads. I had mentioned that one of the staffers had said advanced screens causes more accidents and therefore they weren't to be allowed there. And then 3 months later, they came to regional council and stated when asked how to make roads safer at intersections, they were told that they stated the same individual that advanced screens were the way to prevent less accidents. So I mentioned this to the new incoming head of roads at the region. And lo and behold, a week later, they put up an advanced screen for us.
It works wonderfully.
It does, and I would like to publicly thank the region for hearing us this time. And I will probably state that at regional council. So can I have the adjournment?
Moved by Councillor Rowland and seconded by Councillor Osner. Now, whereas business before this committee of the whole meeting has been completed at 6:30 p.m. and be it resolved that this meeting adjourns and meets again on February 21st, 2023.
All those in favor? Carrie, thank you.